Hi, I just want to share with you a few processes from Abraham Hicks that are really about shifting energy and getting into the manifesting, self-directed creating energy. And the 68-second process is one of the underpinning ones. It's really about shifting our vibration. It's about getting our thoughts pointed in the direction of what's wanted, of really connecting to the essence of it being so already. What happens is that at 17 seconds, of pure thinking about a subject, other thoughts that are similar start to join it. At 34 seconds, it's not just doubled in time, it's almost like 10,000 times the amplification of pure thought and energy focused toward that one thought or that one subject area. And by the time we've doubled that again to 68 seconds, it's more like 100,000 fold in energy and vibration. It really is about being deliberate creators and about getting into the vibration and the energy and the desire around what we want. We do it from a space of expecting it to be so, of imagining it already done, whatever it is we're focusing on. I'm sure you can all relate to some extent that we can easily get into a negative downward spiral, and we can, something will trip us up in the day and we'll find ourselves ruminating and having thoughts about it and how replaying scenarios that didn't go well and really getting into that lower space. And it happens quite fast. Once you start on that slippery slope, off we go. And that's part of life, is learning how to bring ourselves back. Some things need looking at for longer, and other times, we just want to turn that around. We don't want to suffer. We really don't have to. We can shift our energy and vibration at any time we choose to. So the 68-second process is about being conscious, deliberate creators. It's about saying, this is where I want to point my attention. This is what I want to focus on. This is what's going to get me my results. And being in that space and belief that what we want is possible. So the 68-second process is done in real time, as if you're watching and playing out the movie of the result that you want. Whatever that subject is, however you want that to be, it's getting into that feeling space, the space of possibility, of opportunity, of how you want it to unfold and be present for you. Getting deliberately focused on our goals is one thing. Getting into the energy behind it is another. That's what takes it to another level. That's what gets us into the resonant field of what we want, and the cooperative components of the universe starting to orchestrate and show up for us. So I'm just going to run through a couple of examples of how this might go. And again, the main point is that we're looking at it real time, as if it's already so, being thankful and appreciation of it. When we're telling the universe we're in appreciation of something, then it's going to say, oh yes, she wants more of this. And we're also opening ourselves into that receiving space as well. So we're tuning our vibrational self into that higher vibration of asking at that level and receiving at that level. And this is where, the manifesting energy comes from. So the first example I'm going to work with is one that we've all, spoken of in some way about what's important to us. And that's just about looking after our bodies and having a healthy body and space there. So I'm just going to take it away as I would. Again, this is much easier if I'm coaching you live and you get to experience it, but for now I shall just model it for you. So the example I'm going to model for you is one that we've pretty much all spoken of that's important to us, and that's our own health and well-being of our bodies being as well as we can make them, and just getting into that energy and feeling of what that well body feels like. So I'm going to play around with that, and you'll get my bits that go right and the errors, because I'm thinking on the spot here. I want to just say it doesn't matter if we slip off track and we end up having to find our words. What's important is we keep coming back on track, and that we keep coming back to that essence and that feeling of what it is we desire, how we want ourselves to feel and to be. So just taking that away now. I love how it feels to be in my healthy body. I love how it feels to be knowing that I'm taking good care of myself. It really feels good to me to be, moving and walking in an energy of my body, feeling healthy. I love how I'm making good choices. I love how I'm listening to my body and giving it what it needs. I love how I'm making the choices that feel good to me. I'm loving that I'm choosing foods that are vibrationally energetic and nurturing to my body. And I love how I'm exercising and just taking the steps forward I need every day. I love how knowing that even the small steps I take towards my wellness are having a big effect on how well I'm becoming. I love how my body is responding so well to the care that I'm giving it. I love how my body is just feeling nurtured and cared for. I love how I feel my cells expanding and being energized just through acknowledging them, just through being in that space where, I recognize my body as the home of my body, mind, and spirit, and just loving and appreciating my body for all it does, all that it provides me for, and that I can nurture it and bring to it the foods and the sustenance that it needs. So that went on for 1 minute and 27. It doesn't matter what happens as you get in the flow and the energy and the resonance of it. It's almost like that appreciation, that value and that vision of what it is you want takes over, and just go with that and just play with that, because that's in the resonant field. So after having done that, I actually feel my body is really energized. I feel on a cellular level that I actually feel very alive, much more alive than when I started that process. That's the power of it. We're working in the quantum field. When we've gone beyond that 17-second, beyond the 34-second, and into the 68, we're talking that new story into life. We're bringing that new story into being. This is one of the things that Jack talks about, is really creating that vision, that picture. What we're doing is speaking it out loud, and we're creating that resonant field, as well as, writing it down and taking those steps towards it. Therefore, what follows on is that I will be, this is my experience from before, but what happens is we're inspired then to take the right actions. So it's not like we just next day wake up with this, ideal perfect body that we designed for ourselves. But what we're doing is we're speaking out aloud to what we want, so that it can come back to us, and that it can feel really inspired to make the right choices. Or when we go to make a choice that's poor, we get a bit of a nudge going, yeah, but that wasn't what you're choosing. That's not what you asked for. You know better. This is what you want. And so we create a better inner dialogue for ourselves, where we really start to care and appreciate and do that. Yeah, I'm just sharing how brilliant I feel after having done that. I haven't done it for a while, and I hope I've modelled for you what's possible. Again, if you can come on a live call, let's play with this. It would be great. Let me know when you can make live calls, and we'll try and coordinate something that fits. So that's the 68-second process. I'm going to leave it there with that one example, because that feels really good, and I hope it demonstrated to you, what's possible. You can look it up online. Loads of videos on YouTube about it. Abraham Hicks 68-second process. They'll talk to you more about it. But I just want to bring that into your awareness, that this is something that's really worth playing with. And, we can use it on any aspect of life. We can use it into the next situation we're going to. If we've got a meeting coming up, or an awkward situation, conversations with family, we can play it out in advance. We can play with the energy of how we want it to be. And what happens is we then step into that field as we move forward. So I shall wrap it up there. So any questions or feedback, please let me know. Always available via the Facebook group, and I'd love to know how you're getting on with. I'd say, play around with this, play around with it with something small, get some experience, get some feedback, find out that it's working, and then, apply it on those bigger dreams and visions. It always works, and we just need to get into the practice of using it and working with the energies, so that we can start to have more of what we want being so in our lives. Okay, wish you great fun with it and lots of success. Bye for now.